Think you know your Mk1 Ford Escort trivia? From rally stages to street legends, the Escort has left its mark on motoring history. But how much do you really know about the car that took Britain and the world by storm in the late 60s and early 70s? Welcome to the ultimate Mk1 Ford Escort quiz, where we're diving deep into factory facts, film appearances, pop culture cameos, and under-the-bonnet secrets only real enthusiasts will know. Let's get started. Question 1 coming up. What year was the Mk1 Ford Escort first launched? 1967, 1968, or 1970? Answer: 1968. Which country was the Mk1 Ford Escort originally built in? Germany, England, or the USA? Answer: England. What color was the Mk1 Ford Escort used in the 1970 London to Mexico World Cup rally? Bright blue, yellow with a green stripe, or white with a black bonnet? Answer: white with a black bonnet. Which film features a Mk1 Escort RS 1600 in a high-octane chase through the streets of Rome? The Bourne Supremacy, Fast and Furious 6, or The Italian Job? Answer: Fast and Furious 6. Which of these was a real paint color offered on the Mk1 Escort? Clifton Gray, Maize Yellow, or Ocean Blue? Answer: Maize Yellow. All right, that's 5 questions down. How are you scoring so far? Full marks? You might just be Escort royalty. A few wrong? Don't worry. Plenty more chances to catch up. Grab a drink, flex your clutch foot, and let's get into the next round. Let us know how you're doing so far in the comments. Can anyone make it to 20 out of 20? What gearbox type was fitted to the Escort Mexico? 5-speed ZF, close ratio, 4-speed Type 3, or Ford Type 9? Answer: close ratio 4, speed Type 3. What Ford engine family did the standard Mk1 Escort use? Pinto, CVH, or Kent Crossflow? Answer: Kent Crossflow. Who was the lead designer of the Mk1 Ford Escort? Uwe Banson, Roy Haynes, or Giorgetto Giugiaro? Answer: Uwe Banson. What was the primary drivetrain layout of the Mk1 Escort? Rear engine, rear-wheel drive, front engine, front-wheel drive, or front engine, rear-wheel drive? Answer: front engine, rear-wheel drive. The front man of which UK band has been linked with collecting or restoring Fords, including Escorts? Liam Gallagher, Mark Knopfler, or JK? Answer: JK. Tell us your score so far in the comments. And if you're enjoying this, give us a like and hit subscribe. In which film does a young character drive a rusty Escort, symbolizing working-class youth in the UK? Billy Elliot, The Full Monty, or Made in Britain? Answer: Made in Britain. The AVO, Advanced Vehicle Operations plant that built performance Escorts, was located where? Coventry, South Ockendon, or Swindon? Answer: South Ockendon. The Mk1 Escort was rebadged and sold as the Ford Elba. In which country? New Zealand, Australia, or South Africa? Answer: South Africa. What was the commonest engine size for the Mk1 Ford Escort van? 1098cc, 1298cc, or 1599cc? Answer: 1098cc. Where was the majority of the UK's Mk1 Ford Escort production based? Dagenham, Coventry, or Halewood? Answer: Halewood. Which British radio DJ famously had a Mk1 Escort as their first car? Chris Evans, Noel Edmonds, or Steve Wright? Answer: Chris Evans. Which rally legend famously drove a Mk1 Escort to multiple victories in the late 60s and early 70s? Paddy Hopkirk, Roger Clark, or Walter Rural? Answer: Roger Clark. The Mk1 Escort was a collaboration between which two Ford divisions? Ford USA and Ford UK, Ford USA and Ford Germany, or Ford UK and Ford Germany? Answer: Ford UK and Ford Germany. Which car did the Mk1 Ford Escort officially replace in the UK lineup? The Ford Prefect, Ford Popular, Ford Pop, as it was affectionately known, or the Ford Anglia? Answer: the Ford Anglia. Which generation of the Ford Escort sold the most worldwide? The Mk1, 2, or 3? Answer: the Mark III. That's the end of our Mk1 Escort quiz. So how did you do? Drop your score in the comments. We'd love to know where you placed. If you enjoyed the quiz, give it a like, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more classic car trivia, retro motoring content, and upcoming challenges. There's more on the way. And if you've got a mate who thinks they know everything about classic Fords, share this and put them to the test.